Coming up next, the Denver Broncos 4-9 and the Las Vegas Raiders. Raiders football just 3 minutes out. This is 2 minutes out. Network station, network affiliate standby. We are 2 minutes from go. The Denver Broncos 4-9 and the Las Vegas Raiders 13-0. Raiders Madden football exclusively coming your way on KR Enterprises and KRE Sports, courtesy of KK LV, and Los Angeles, KXXB, East Coast, WXBX, and the Raiders Madden Football Network. KR Entertainment Sports presents Raiders Madden Football, brought to you by Capital One. What's in your wallet? By State Farm. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. By Modelo, the mark of a fighter. By Honda. By Coca-Cola, Credit One Bank, and Allegiant Air.
Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas, Nevada. It's week 15 of the NFL. It's the Las Vegas Raiders taking on the Denver Broncos.
Well, there's never a shortage of shows or sights and sounds throughout this city, but for the next few hours, all eyes are glued to Allegiant Stadium here in Las Vegas. Today, we reach week 15, and we've got a good matchup in store between the Denver Broncos and the Las Vegas Raiders. Hi again, everyone. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. And Charles, we look at the Raiders here entering play. They've been flawless all year long as they hit the home stretch at 13-0.
And now they just have to guard against complacency. You still got to go out and earn it every week.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Broncos, they come into this one knowing it's been a while since tasting victory. They've dropped 4 in a row.
Can you remember what it was like to win a game? In these types of situations, you're looking for someone to inspire you, and it doesn't have to be one of your best players either.
And off we go from Las Vegas. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by a Heisman runner-up during his college days. It's the versatile Jalen Hurts.
They made both sides happy last week, didn't they?
3-3.
I mean, his guys, they caught 3 touchdown passes, but he threw 3 interceptions. Yeah, get off of that schneid and get back to just throwing touchdown passes and taking care of the ball better.
To throw at the outset, here's Hurts. And his throw's going to be incomplete. This defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Hurts to throw. Able to complete this one to Tyler Conklin. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 18 big yards on that one, and a Denver first. The first drive here, and the first time that we've called the big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
No, it won't, because when he gets going, now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter because that'll draw the defense towards him in the middle of the field. Now your wide receivers will get involved as this game goes on.
Yeah, both teams use their tight ends a lot.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts. Open man here is Conklin. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Another connection between the two. This one good for 12 and a first down. Well, they told us that he was just going to be a bear to defend. And usually tight ends are, Charles, but he's no exception to that rule. His second catch in the opening possession, and it gets him a first down.
The Commanders saw something on his earlier reception. He went back and reported what he found. And one of the things about him, he's like a wide receiver to me, Brandon. He has a great sense of space and understanding where defenders are.
Yeah, we talk all the time, Charles, and it kind of gets cliche about the hands that he has, but really it's the truth. They're, for a tight end, some of the best hands in the game. His throw incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some 7 yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Throwing is Hurts. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
The Raiders call on a nickel set here for third down. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
When you're dead last in the NFL in third down conversions, the odds are against you every time you face it. How about picking up that one? That was big for them.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Hurts sets up to throw it. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on to
Defense
it.
by both Broncos.
Up second down.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test him early. They perked up to the task and forced the incompletion.
Second and 10 from the 33-yard line. That would give up the middle to Williams. Down to 30 after a gain of 3.
And all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against him.
An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7. Hurts. Been able to find Allen Lazard. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
Oh, there's going to be a little bit of regret there because they certainly had the chance to get off the field here, just giving up a field goal attempt. But they couldn't get that stop on 3rd down. Now they have to hunker down because guess what? That drive continues.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Up the middle, it's Williams. And he is going to lose yardage here.
Tackle by
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Looking to throw. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Jan Brown.
Kick 6, Jan!
Into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. It's only the first quarter. That's a quick shift of momentum right there because they were driving the football before that interception. And then not only, Charles, do they throw the pick, but it gets returned all the other way for the score.
I think the important thing here was they backed up in their own territory. This defense didn't blink. They hung in there, waited for the offense to make a mistake, and as soon as they did, they capitalized in the biggest way possible.
Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. And that makes it 7-7 Vegas. Heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Jayon Brown, 85-yard interception return. At Allegiant Stadium, a 7-0 Raiders. The opening drive by Jalen Hurts and the Broncos looked to be touchdown oriented, but it was not to be. The Raider defense going back. I almost said Lakers. Raider defense getting ready to go back out on the field with a 7-0 lead.
Kick six, and now the kick is away.
Raider defense first in turnovers.
Back there, a wise
Number
move.
one defense showing why once again.
To the 25. So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. And you wonder, I mean, is it even possible, especially for the quarterback to mentally reset after that quick of a turnaround?
But we're certainly going to find out, aren't we? Because that play will stay in your mind, but somehow you have to compartmentalize, put it aside, pick yourself up, and get moving in the right direction.
Go on the right side here, and that's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Trayvon Mullen.
That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, a sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you make curl a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll drop the throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. 2nd down and 3. They'll look to throw.
Caught!
He's got his
Conklin gone. Touchdown, Denver.
And all the way home for a Broncos score. Tyler Conklin, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
We're still in the 1st quarter, but it's apparent they're going to have to come up with a different defensive game plan for him because right now he's kind of having his way against that defense and has added a touchdown to the list. How do you slow him down? They're going to have to mix up some coverages, maybe change who's guarding him.
Croswell now for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the 1st quarter, and we're tied 7-7.
Three plays, 75 yards. Tyler Conklin ties the game. It is 7-7. Back with more. This is Raiders Madden Football on KR Entertainment Sports.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fields it right around the goal line. And able to take it past the 25 and out to the 28-yard line. So here comes the Raiders offense now onto the field. And they'll be led out by their third-year quarterback.
You talk about the pause that refreshes. I think it's come at a perfect time of the year for them, hasn't it? You know, it's the season is starting to wind down, got a little bit of a break. But how about the guy calling the signals? He's got to be excited about that because now he didn't just get a game plan for 1 week. He's able to work on it for 2 weeks. I can't wait to see if they have anything special in store for him today.
On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. Room here to run. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. An excellent way to start the drive at 18 yards. Another fine carry from the NFL's rushing leader. And quarterbacks typically dominating the MVP balloting, but I think you got to give this guy serious consideration, don't you?
I agree totally. I mean, he's leading the league in rushing. And let's face it, partner, the running back renaissance in the NFL, it's real. And it's really helping teams along the way. He's a prime example. Got to give him strong consideration for MVP talk.
On first down, they go with Jacobs again. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. This offense, Charles, we talked about how well they played all season, sitting now at 13-0 and a finish line for a perfect regular season. That's in sight. Some of the media this week were pointing back to the 07 Patriots. Of course, remember, they finished the regular season unbeaten, but they were tested multiple times in that final month plus.
Yeah, but something like 4 of the last 6 wins were one-possession games, and they played like a team that was trying to protect something instead of chasing something. And that's what happens when you have an undefeated record. So it behooves you as a team, get a couple blowouts in there so you get a chance to relax and breathe. But that's much easier said than done.
Out to his left. Back to Renfro again, complete. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. Pretty solid opening drive here, Charles. They worked in the run game, the pass game, just steadily getting yards, and now they've got it inside the red zone here with an opportunity.
And the only thing they don't have so far is points. But the way that they're moving the ball now, that shouldn't take much longer. And they've established a great balance so far. Running, passing, doing what they want on offense.
These two teams met up earlier in the year, back in week 4, and it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. On second down, they'll run it here. About 3 yards there to the 27. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on third down. From the shotgun, Oladoke. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Nick Finito drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So on 4th down, here's A.J. Cole to punt for the Raiders. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other. No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's a run from Williams. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
But that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Forced out to it, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Chandler Jones, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Not the start to this one that any quarterback would want or envision. Remember, he had the pick 6, and here he ends up on his backside.
And you have to wonder to yourself, okay, after throwing a pick 6, did he get too careful with the football and not deliver downfield and take that sack? They've got to make sure that he's really into this game.
On 4th down, Michael Pilardi on the punt. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And taken right at the 35. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Raiders will have a short field to work with as they take over.
Yeah, they come back to the
Raider offense heading in as we take a look at the playoff race in the AFC. And for them, it's no longer a question of will they make the playoffs. They've clinched the division title. The question, can they hold on to that number 1 seed?
And this is where the mental fortitude comes to play, doesn't it? Because now you've got just the coach talking about it, his team talking about it to each other, supporting each other, carrying each other along, because having that number 1 seed means everything in the NFL.
It does. So even though the division title's clinched, they're taking the playoff again.
No, not at all. Playing all the way through it. I think we've seen that in recent years in the NFL. The teams that play and play to win each and every game, they're the ones to deal with in the playoffs.
Good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. And they'll keep leaning on the running game, back to the ground. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. Give them 12 yards that time, and Las Vegas first.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy 1st down conversion. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. 1st and 10, here's Oladokin. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down, that leads to a 2nd and 10. Oladokin looking to pass it. Dancing to his left. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
Well, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route. And he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. To throw, Oladokin. Flush to his right. The open man here, Renfro. And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. It's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. Third down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
They'll try and run for it. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on fourth. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there.
That was fourth and what we would call long in that situation, wasn't it? That wasn't fourth and inches, was it?
No, I mean, you get in those situations, 4th and 3, 4th and 4, that's a lot to, what would you say, a lot of pizza left in that box.
It certainly is. Not everyone dove in on that one.
Pizza sounds good right now.
This is a passing down. All right, this is not a running down. That takes a lot of guts to call that play and even better execution.
It is the way. The Raiders. Just win, baby.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And maneuver his way down about the 7. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there. Of course you're going to give it to him.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. And Oladokin going to throw it here. Escaping the pressure right.
Darryl Brady touchdown. There's a flag down.
There is a flag down.
Might be roughing the passer. Oh, illegal forward pass. It was over the line of scrimmage.
So reverse the celebration. We'll see if they have something else in their bag of tricks.
And isn't that always tough to watch when they score and you see the excitement and then when they realize those points aren't going to count? Can they get it back together and find their way back to the end zone?
4th down and on comes the Raider kicker, Daniel Carlson. This from 25 yards out. The kick by Carlson is good, and they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they're able to get that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
On as the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And they'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Denver's offense ready to go again. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field positions, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop any like that one. Second down. It's rare that a receiver of his caliber would drop one pass, but that's now 2 times he's had his mitts on one and lost it.
Yeah, and I don't think that they're going to lose confidence in him, though, because of the track record. Such a good player, maybe having a bad game, but I think they'll still go to him in this spot.
Almost intercepted.
Knocked away and incomplete.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hoping they come through on this play.
Watch the replay. This should have been picked off. Nate Hobbs, thinking there's a receiver on the outside. Bullock was behind him. But better to knock it down than have it completed. But Hobbs could have turned his hands around. He had gotten his hands in position.
And get the series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Hurts. And this pass broken up. That's the coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Brandon, we saw these defenders fly into the football their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
So on 4th down, kicking it away here, Michael Pilardi. Fielding just inside the 20. A good kick that time, but also a pretty good 15-yard return. And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. And you figure this should be a healthy, rested, focused unit, and they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really a team, Charles, that should be in top 4.
I would agree absolutely with that. What coaches worry about, what organizations worry about, though, is overconfidence. They've been playing so well, and now they've got that extra time off. And we've seen teams come back off the open week and come out flat. So what a lot of good coaches do is they kind of game plan for them.
Very Nixon. Ooh, Cincinnati 31, Giants 30. Giants were the favorites in that game.
At the beginning.
Well, it'll be a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they're going to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you've said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
Adams, big catch downfield.
And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. 26 big yards on that one. It's another first down. He's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him. And he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
You're going to watch that again on our KRE instant replay, slow-mo. Watch Adams just go up and just haul this down. Just throw it up where my man can get it. He's bigger. Much bigger. He'll go up and get this and give me a first down at the 25-yard line. Actually, it's at the 25, first down.
On first down, they'll go to the ground.
Mixon
So he stopped about
adjusts
2 yards
themselves
shy
up the
of
middle.
marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
A nice run here early on. It does take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Eight yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Here's Olajokin. That's complete right around the 8.
Darrell Gray drives to the 2.
2-yard line. Second catch for him today, and they'll wind up for first down.
Boy, think about the speed with which this offense can get down the field. It's taking them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up for the 1st and goal.
They'll try to run this one in. And he's in. Touchdown.
Touchdown, Raiders.
A great play there. His 25th touchdown. Tying Emmitt Smith for the 5th most in one season, as his guys are able to extend their lead. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collected victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Carlson now to have the extra point.
Ooh, he missed
His kick is no good. It's an early miss. We'll see if that has any ramifications later here as the afternoon wears on.
wide left. So we have a timeout. .108 to play in the first quarter. Raiders 16, Denver 7. This is Raiders Madden Football on KR Entertainment Sports.
As the Raider kickoff unit now is to send this one away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and he'll come out to the 25. And Denver getting set to take the field. And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
On first down, Hurts.
Intercepted.
But this is intercepted.
Nate Hobbs
Picked up by Nate Hobbs. And he takes
dives into the end zone.
into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. Well, no surprise to see that one, partner. The league's #1 defense coming through with a huge pick six.
And it's plays like that one that have made them the most feared group to face this year. Offenses, they're trying to figure out how to work around them rather than work through them. Big-time impact playmakers scattered throughout the unit on every level, and they can change a game at a moment's notice.
Carlson on for the PAT. They missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six.
Remember we said Nate Hobbs had a chance to pick up that ball earlier? But that time he took advantage of it. Raiders lead 23-7. This is Raiders Madden Football on KR Entertainment Sports.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving a lot to think about, a lot of different looks. He seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
He's upended after a gain of 2 to the 27.
Yeah, next time this way up.
Yep.
And the Raiders call on a nickel set for third down. They're going to look to throw.
Intercepted.
Third of the game. Picked up by Divine Diablo. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football.
And that's what we've seen from this defense over here, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And it just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. 74 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
Next receivers help spread the defense out. They were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
On second and a yard, Oladokin. And a quick throw here that's complete. And they got this down without the 12-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports.
Into the first quarter. It's the Raiders 23, the Broncos 7. We'll take a pause for the cause. This is the Raiders Madden Football Network. This is Raiders Madden Football on KRE Sports. Quick stats as we go to the second quarter. Raiders total offense 155 yards, total yards 214. For Denver, 129 total offensive yards, 129 total. Passing, 123 for Jalen Hurts, 58 yards for Chris Oladokun. Rushing the ball, Denver only 6 in the first quarter, the Raiders 97 yards. Leading players, Jalen Hurts, 8 of 19, 126 yards, 1 touchdown, 3 picks. Chris Oladokun, 7 of 9, 68 yards. And rushing the ball, the Setherian Mixon, 10 rushes, 74 yards, 1 touchdown. And Javonte Williams, 4 rushes, 6 yards for the Denver Broncos. Josh Jacobs sat out most of the first quarter, 2 rushes for 23 yards. And on the receiving end, Tyler Conklin, the tight end for Denver, the big guy out of Central Michigan, 4 catches, 89 yards, and a score. That big 52-yard catch he made earlier. Darrell Gray has 3 receptions for 21 yards, and Hunter Renfrow, 3 for 21, and Devontae, 1 for 26. Raiders, 23-7. Let's go back to Allegiant. 23-7 Raiders. This is Raiders Madden Football on KRE Sports.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Now they'll run on the draw. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And they'll take it into the
touchdown, Raiders.
Touchdown. A great effort there. With his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Raiders are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Well, fair to say they've got something here in this rookie running back, and he's in for the 2nd time of the ball game.
And Brandon, it's a position where there's often a lot of turnover, a lot of competition at that spot. But he's proven to them that he wants to be the bell cow guy that his franchise can rely on.
Carlson now to have the extra point. And that PAT pushes the lead up to 23 now. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it results in a 4-yard touchdown run.
Raiders score again. They lead 30-7, 14:23 to play in the half. This is Raiders Madden Football on KR Entertainment Sports.
is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. So the Broncos come back out as we give you a look at the playoff race in the AFC. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right,
Throw it out the window.
yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And his throw here is incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get into him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw.
He's in trouble.
Being chased out left.
They got him.
And they can't find anywhere to go with it.
Oh, Jalen Hurts is down.
Well, hold everything here because this is about the last guy they would want to see shaken up. Quarterback Jalen Hurts in some discomfort. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this.
He's walking under his own power as he walks off. Let's take a break. It's 14-13 to go in the half. Raiders 30-7 over Denver. This is Raiders Madden football on KRE Sports.
The Broncos on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 19. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. He'll drop this down to Williams. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. They do get 18, but even that won't be quite enough. It's 4th down.
I think that we all figured when he called it that short of a marker, that the defense almost relaxed and said, we've got this covered. Then all of a sudden, space to run after the catch. And now they're screaming, somebody get him down.
Yeah, we were a little
Fortunately, got
surprised
to
by
him
that.
and forced the 4th down.
On now the former ball, Michael Pilardi. He's been a busy man here this first half as he gets it away. This is taken at the 10.
Spun right into the tackle.
A big hit that time, 52 yards. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. Marching back onto the field now, Devontae Adams and company getting set to go. You look at the numbers for him, and 1,000 yards, obviously well within his sights, barring injury. He will get there. The question, will he get there in this game?
Well, he would love to. Duh, right? Of course he would. But, watching him play this year, we often talk about defenses, allocating extra resources to try and stop a guy of his ilk, right? But you know what else kicks in? His pride to say, okay, I don't care how many you throw in my direction, I'm still going to find a way to get open. I will use different moves. I will move against formation. I will come underneath routes and try and run through some people and kind of get natural picks in order to work his way open. He wants to get that 1,000, and he doesn't want any less passes to come to his direction.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Olajuwon.
Speaking of the devil.
To Devontae Adams.
There he goes.
Space at the 40. He's still on his feet. There he goes.
Devontae's gone. Touchdown, Raiders.
He will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Devontae Adams. That's career touchdown number 131, and it ties him with Chris Carter for number 8 on the all-time list. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big streak like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
Holy Toledo.
Carlson,
In the words of the late Bill King.
And the lead is now an even 30. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2.
That took 17 seconds. Timeout. 13:24 to go in the first half. It's the Raiders 37, the Denver Broncos 7. This is Raiders Madden football on KRE Sports. The halftime show on KRE coming up at the half of the Raider game. They have 13:24 to go. Devontae Adams, 83 yards from Chris Olajuwon, the catch and run at 13:23. Raiders rolling 37-7. They have broken this game wide open in Vegas. Let's get back Madden football style on KRE.
As the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away.
Final from Nashville. The Patriots 31, the Tennessee Titans 28.
It's a touchback. So the Broncos coming out now. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams.
Going lower. Diablo. Nice in there. Break that up.
Behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I have the feel they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
And scoreboard show coming up at halftime.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now back to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete.
Complete. Steps out of bounds. First to Blanton. It's his second catch. He's got 10 yards and 2 receptions.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. Decent game. The scramble is 6, but now it's 4.
They made a nice effort to stick it to the Wasp for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
Here's Michael Pilardi now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. This is taken at the 15.
Oh. Mixon. He could go. He's gone. Touchdown.
Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown. Mark that down as an 85-yard punt return. And the Raiders extend their lead yet again.
Hey, rookie, that's the way to make an impression. Return one for a touchdown.
Yeah, welcome to the party. We saw him fielding those punts before the game, and he just had a little bit of a look in his eye, didn't he?
He did. He was a confident young man, and now we know why.
85 yards. The crowd is going whack. We told you at the beginning of the year that he had the capability of getting 1,000 yards from the running back position and running back punts and kicks, kickoff returns in duality. And finally, week 15, he breaks during the Raiders take a flag for delay of game because of the celebration.
I think they're just a product of trying to buy themselves 5 extra yards.
And they want to help their punter out, right? Help with the angle, trying to pin the ball deep. That's exactly what they did there.
Now, slightly more difficult attempt here from the 20.
Here's the point after. Crowd is buzzing. Snap, Urban spots it, the kick is up, the kick is
And the
good.
route is on here in this first half.
We have a timeout.
Hitting ability in the punt return department, and he showcases it there all the way
12:06 to go in the first half. The Raiders 44, the Denver Broncos 7. You're watching and listening to Raiders Madden Football on KR Entertainment Sports. Thunder and lightning had struck at Allegiant Stadium in Madden football. The Raiders, Devontae Adams, an 83-yard pass from Chris Oladokun. The Raiders defense stops the Broncos then on a 4th and 1, third and 9 after 9 yards. They punt the ball on 4th and 1. Setharian Mixon breaks the tackle, going up the middle and darts to the left and outside and goes 85 yards after spinning out of the crowd at 12:05. And the Raiders are leading 44-7.
So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just send this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore.
Oh, incomplete.
His offense going to give him a drive and give his leg a rest.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
I know we're just in the second quarter and there's a ways to go in this game, but that's his second drop. I'm wondering if that's a little bit of an alarm bell for them when they start calling plays on the offensive side of the ball.
His eyes already looking upfield on that last one before he brought it in.
Oh,
Much to speak of.
look at Max Crosby.
Gain up to the
Went upfield, faked like he was dropping in pass coverage. Hurst took a couple of steps forward, and Crosby drops him for a sack. It's 3rd and 9.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. He'll find Lazard here.
Get a first down there on a 3rd and 9.
The
Raiders got soft there.
as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
When you struggle on offense,
But he didn't bring the pressure, so he had time to
get
throw.
you going. Sometimes you do like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
I sort of like what he did right there because he smartly wanted to avoid forcing anything downfield because nothing appeared to be open. Nice harmless slide there to avoid the big hit, and he gets a small gain on the play.
From the 47, it's 2nd and 5. Now Williams running left, looking for a great space.
Chandler Jones to stop any notion of running.
They'll say no gain on the 3rd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results
3rd
there.
down, another 3rd down for the Denver Broncos. 3rd down and 5.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down.
And he throws it away. Crosby
With no option here.
hot on his tail. And look at the crowd.
They've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come down a little bit. 3rd downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
Here's Michael Pilardi now. He's been terrific so far.
Nixon back to receive another punt.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he
Kick
gets this
away
one
from him.
away.
He's going to field it and step out of town at the
That
4.
punt was near perfection as it checked
Oh,
up inside the
perfect.
5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John
Couldn't
Heisman
stay
quote
in
about
bounds.
that,
Yeah,
right?
Raiders
he said
have
football is roughly a
96 yards to go.
which means it's going to
And
bounce
Devontae,
money,
you know, they were
and you
talking
never
about
know where it's going to end
going
up.
over 1,000 yards.
Raiders have the ball
He's
back.
now
Here
over
comes
1,000 yards.
Devontae Adams to the
After that.
field again. And the
83
previous
yards.
drive put him up over 1,000 yards for the season. So now it's what you like to refer to, my friend, as gravy time, right?
It is. I mean, he's done it, right? He's accomplished the goal. So the good players They relax a little, they bask in it. They think this, okay, we've done what we set out to do.
Oh, good play.
Great players decide to push that number as high as they
On the
possibly can.
defensive side of the ball that
Didn't
time.
have any let up in his game the rest of the way.
Great thing if you're on the opposite side. He's such a weapon.
Got in here and
opens things up for the other guys around him.
A loss
If you're
of
the
one.
opposite receiver, you should expect a few passes come your way too, because I've got to kick coverage in his direction.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground.
Mixing up the middle.
Bring him down right around the 13. 96 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
Just drives forward, right behind Zeus to make it a first down.
And that's why you spent a first-round draft pick on a running back, not for just the fancy runs, but these dirty, gritty 3rd and 1s, 3rd and 2s. That's why you drafted.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. Cody Barton there to bring him down.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left them no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Looking to throw. Olajoku.
No, he's sacked. Trying to step back inside the tackle.
A.J. Epinesa showing his strength and quickness there. A loss of 4.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
3rd down and 14.
And this offense on 3rd down today, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they take it over.
He didn't like what he saw. Let's just reset. Reset, be smart.
They need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's got to run. The ball comes out.
Oh, he fumbles it. Touchdown, Denver.
Back from Denver, touchdown. And at this point, after that return for a touchdown, I guess the only thing is you're asking what else could go wrong.
Not only that, I think that between the two of us, we thought this was over before. I believe now it's really over.
They cannot challenge that. So it's unchallengeable. Yeah, it's locked. So which means you can't challenge it. So that touchdown stands.
Boswell for the extra point. And they get a bit of a respite here from what's been an otherwise dreadful first half of football. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown.
Oladokin had the first down. He could have just slid, stepped out of bounds.
Now he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
And he has fumbled several times this year. Mixon cracked at the 27-yard line, and he is hit hard and up slowly.
Well, look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's in his own second quarter, already closing in. A 100-yard game.
And that's the magic number for a running back. Anytime you get to that triple digits, that's all you're looking for. But he's got a chance to really exceed that in this one.
Yeah, he does. That's been the gold standard for a long time, hasn't it, that 100-yard mark?
It really has, and that never has to shift because it's in a game. It's a 1,000-yard mark. I'm wondering, since we've gone from 12 to 14 to 16 games, maybe we need to up that a little.
Here's the tight end.
It'll go as a gain of 4.
That's Darren Waller's first catch.
And that's why defensive coaches preach swarming to the football. It's usually going to take more than one guy to get that big man down.
Yeah, they did right there. Multiple broken tackles, but they eventually
This
get
is
it down.
Darren Waller's last year in our system, as he did retire. Had some personal challenges.
To throw again on second down. Olajoku.
Oh, nice little hesitation move. A stutter step there by Gerald Gray.
Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a first down.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
Olajoku into the air on first down.
Oladokin hits Gray again. Pinpointed that pass to the 48-yard line.
Defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball in the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard. One back in the
Mixon tripped up. Otherwise, he had running room outside the left hash mark.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
Play action. Here's Olajoku. He's going to find and complete it to Renfro.
Renfro breaks a tackle.
After taking it a little further down inside the 40.
You've been broken tackle big plays for the Raiders today. Adams,
You're able to hit a receiver in
the punt return by
a
Mixon.
lot of yardage after the catch.
Renfro,
But in this situation, the defense was affected and will
Gray.
stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Raiders starting again now. They're at the Denver 37-yard line.
Out there, jumbo set. One back to the backfield to get the carry.
Before we can get to the line of
Just a yard
scrimmage.
to pick up there, and
We got a yard,
it'll
third and
be
three.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him.
Across the field, he goes to Adams. At a first down at the 20-yard line. Nice play by Oladoka. Normally on a slant, you just take that step back or two, hit your man. But he stepped back up into the pocket, gave himself some room to his right, waited for Adams to clear that middle zone, and hit him for the first down. Raiders on the roll now. 3:55 to go in the half. Mixon the long setback. Tight end Waller set up on the right side of the line. Handoff. It goes to Mixon. Mixon goes back to the inside of the hash marks and he's down to the 14-yard line after the gain of 6.
He has been tough to stop here this first half.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Raiders looking for 4 yards for a first down. They need to get to the 10-yard line. Oladoka hands off. This Mixon, and they're going to get him and drag him across the 10, and he's down for a first down. Cooper makes his 7th tackle, but he was underneath Mixon, and by the time he rolled him to the turf, he rolled him inside just at the 10-yard line. Oladoka in the shotgun. Mixon. Sidecar to his right.
It's Oladoka on first down.
Goes. He's got Gray. Touchdown, Raiders!
Touchdown, Raiders. From 10 yards out. And the Raiders just continue to roll. Well, I'll say one thing, Charles. You're getting really good practice here breaking down touchdowns. What did you see there?
Well, the same thing I've seen over and over and over in this first half. My scintillating analysis, Brandon, this offense is absolutely taking no prisoners.
Daniel Carlson for the kickoff. They're at the half. The Raiders already have 50. They have exploded here in the first half of this ballgame. The kick is up and good.
And the route is on here.
The Raiders go 73 yards, 10 plays in 4:22.
And it winds up at 6 points for the Raiders.
Boy, the time off, the week off for the Raiders has been, I guess it's been good for them. They have put up 51. Devontae Adams has gone over 1,000 yards receiving. Cetherian Mixon has run for a touchdown and run a punt back. There have been 2
and put up the stop sign there as his
pick sixes, one by
the 25.
Jayon Brown and the other one by Nate Hopkins.
And right now, these guys
An interception by Divine
because 3 straight drives have ended with him punting the football away.
Yes, you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions.
Back on the field here
maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
2:37 to go in the half.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Man, open. He's got it
There
compared
he
to
gets it up man on the slant.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off. Usually after about 3 to 4 steps,
just
it cuts
under
towards the middle of the field, and now what he's trying to
the
do
first down
is use his
marker.
body
So
to
it's
keep the
second
defender
and
away from the
inches.
football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
A good gain on first. Has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. They'll run out of the gun.
Diablo can't get there, tries to plug the hole, but he goes to the opposite side. And a first down for the Broncos. Raiders football brought to you by Coca-Cola, the official soft drink of Madden football and the Raiders. Coming up on the 2-minute warning. And there we go.
We hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
2 minutes to go in the half. Raiders leading big by a score of, man. It is 51-14. This is Raiders Madden football on KRE Sports. And don't forget, at halftime, we'll be checking the Madden NFL scoreboard for the day, and we'll be setting up for the post-game show with Chuck Parker hosting, AJ McFadden and Jeff Sanders. The post-game edition of the Raiders tailgate show coming up after the game today on KXXB, Facebook Live, and our radio network along the way. Raiders Madden football exclusively produced here on KRE Sports.
Bangkok has unlimited unique things to do, like going to a bed cinema, where you can watch a movie in the most comfortable and unique way. And you can go on a dinner cruise with Chao Phraya Princess, where you can watch amazing temples right off the water with drinks and an all-you-can-eat buffet. If you're not following the Beast Goat, you might miss out on seeing us again. But if you are, congrats. You're on a journey of continuous growth.
Funny to hear some of the network breaks when we take a pause.
Back-to-back plays have them on the move on first down. He'll drop to throw.
Oh, that's incomplete, almost intercepted by Phillips as the ball squirted back toward the line of scrimmage.
Out there not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
On 2nd and 10, Hurts.
Hurts getting to the outside. He's going to run. Now he's going to throw, and there's nobody home.
Off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Third and 10. He flushed him out of the pocket.
Because he's already been intercepted in this game, and the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
51-14 Raiders.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. They'll set up to throw. Flush to his right.
Being chased. Throws. Incomplete. And there's a flag down.
So hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down.
And he did the same thing Oladokin did. Oladokin did it when they scored. Well, it would have been a score. The
He
Raiders
broke
accept
that
the
line of
penalty.
scrimmage and didn't let it fly, and that's an automatic flag.
Yeah, and you
So he
don't
goes
just
over the
lose
line of
5
scrimmage.
yards there, but you lose it down as well. So he obviously needs to have better awareness about what he's going to do. Either tuck it and go, or throw it to a target and get
Darian
that pass
Nixon
away.
standing on the hash mark.
Velarde now
Back near
on
the
the
goal
punch. He
line.
sends this
And
one
he comes
away.
up to the 5, and he's got it.
He'll return it from the 6.
And he's trying to go wide, comes back to the middle. It's to the 30. Boy,
Nice
he
return
looks
that
quicker
time,
after the
about
week off.
14 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take
He's
over.
getting those all-purpose
The
yards. He
Vegas
needs to
offense
catch the
ready for
pass.
their next possession. And
Maybe
that
in
last
the
drive,
second half.
so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
And
And
the Broncos get there and take it down.
get tripped up at the 19-yard line and lose a yard.
Winds up losing a yard. It's 2nd down. It seemed like he kept going through those progressions, and I thought he might dump that underneath, but he couldn't get rid of the football in time.
But he wanted to go to
while he
Mixon.
was back there.
Speaking
I
of
wish there
Mixon
were a lot
catching
less
his pass,
progressions on this play. Just someone that
they
could dump
flooded the
ball to
middle,
him
and
get it out of
Mixon
my hands.
was behind the defender. He didn't want to risk the interception, which is smart. 1:14 to play.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. To try again after the sack.
He throws a timing to he led him too much. He had Adams. He was behind the coverage. And he had to get rid of it because he was getting pressure from the right side.
The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running
Saints
game.
leading the Chargers 14-10. Upset alert there at the bottom of your screen. A minute to go in the halftime break before the halftime break there in Los Angeles. 3rd down and 11.
They pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun,
Makes it back the other way.
And
And
he's going to get
Ravens
this
is
to
trying
about
to
the 20, but that
drive
is
the
well
clock
short
to
of
that.
what he needed. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
As much as I praise teams for being true to who they are, in this situation, I wonder if maybe they outguessed themselves a little bit. 3rd down seemed like an obvious passing situation. They chose to run it and didn't get anywhere close to a 1st down.
So they're going
Here's
to
A.J. Cole down to punt this one away.
A.J. Cole gets it back to 27 and drop at the 35-yard
yards on the
line.
punt. They do get 7 back
5
on the
seconds to
return.
go.
And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next
Raiders in
drive.
serious
And with
creep
5
in
seconds to go, this will likely be our final play. They'll throw now on the
Going
flag.
long, and
It's
it's incomplete.
Took a
Host of
shot
Raiders
for
there.
the
Gillespie,
we've reached halftime here in what is quickly
Big
turning
company,
into quite a round.
and
As
it
we
is
sit in our
halftime.
EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, time for a sprint to the finish, as it's time to get you caught up with what's happening around the NFL here in a pivotal Week 15. We'll start out west at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, and it's the Saints who are out in front. Michael Thomas, a touchdown reception. From there, we head east to Cleveland to check on the Browns at home at First Energy Stadium. And they trail the visiting Chiefs in that one. Richie James, 2 touchdown catches on the afternoon. Lastly, we head to Southern California to check on the Rams at home at SoFi Stadium. And they trail in that ball game to the visiting Seattle Seahawks. The Seahawks still in a dogfight, but this would be a good victory for them if they get it. Meanwhile, in our game, no shortage of offense. Each team been able to move the ball effectively. Will the defenses show up in the second half? Find out. We give it back to our commentators, Brandon Cotton and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter.
Am your
Welcome back. Here's the Madden scoreboard brought to you by Coca-Cola, the official soft drink of Madden football and the Raiders of Las Vegas on EA Sports. Here's some scoreboard finals for you. The Detroit Lions all over the San Francisco 49ers 35-21. It was Chicago going into Minnesota and defeating the Vikings 27-21. Big win for Sky Anderson for that team. Miami at home held on, defeated the Arizona Cardinals 21-14. It was the New York Giants falling at home to the Cincinnati Bengals. Bengals squeaked it out 31-30. In Dallas, the Washington Commanders continue to be the commanders of the NFC East as they defeated the Cowboys 34-28 in Big D. At Houston, it was the Houston Texans over the New York Jets 31-14. And at Jacksonville over Philadelphia 28-14. Tampa Bay won their ball game 42-14. Tampa over the Green Bay Packers today. Big win at Green Bay, and Green Bay might have been the straw that broke the camel's back with the Aaron Rodgers experience. Remember, Rodgers is still there, just like Jalen Hurts is still here in Denver. The gamers elected to kind of follow in my footsteps. I kept Derek Carr, an extra 2-3 years, and Carr now is excelling in New Orleans in Madden football. Here it is 51-14. The Raiders rolling over the Denver Broncos here. Broncos got their That 14 in a weird way. We're going to go over the score. We're going to check the stats and stories for you in just a second. As the Raiders got on the board first on a Jayon Brown 55-yard interception return. That the kick was good. The Raiders led by a score of 7-0. It was 85 yards. Jayon Brown. That's so long as he's run all year. Didn't run that much in training camp, but he picked it off. Able to switch hands too and go down the sideline without juking. Just tried to outsprint everybody and did. One of the fastest linebackers in that position. 85 yards at 11:56. Raiders led 7-0. Tyler Conklin caught a 52-yard pass from Jalen Hurts. Conklin made that pass to tie the ball game up at the 11-minute mark, just 56 seconds left. And we thought we had ourselves a ball game. The Raiders got the ball back, couldn't get the touchdown. They thought they had a touchdown, but it got called back. And so the Raiders settled because of the penalty of Oladokin being over the line of scrimmage, pretty much what Hurts did there toward the end of the half. And it was caught by Darryl Gray. That would have been a touchdown for him. But they got the field goal from 25 yards. Raiders led 10-3. Cy Mixon, Sly, will get a 2-yard run for the Raiders in their next possession. The kick failed. The Raiders led at that point by a score of 16-7. And then Nate Hobbs would intercept the ball for the final score of the final scoring play in the first quarter. Hobbs would intercept the ball on the right-hand side and go untouched 29 yards, giving the Raiders a 23-7 lead. Divine Diablo would then pick one up later with 26 seconds to go in the quarter, and the Raiders would end the first quarter leading 23-7. We go to the second quarter. Cytherea Mixon would take 4 plays for them to get in the end zone to make it 30-7 on a 4-yard run. Daniel Carson's kick was good at 14-22. And then the Raiders would get the ball back on the next possession after the defense hold, and it's Devontae Adams, an 83-yard pass from Chris Oladokin, and the announcers were just talking about Adams getting his 1,000 yards. He got it on one play at 13:23. That put the Raiders up 37-7. They would get the ball back again after the defensive stance, and it's Cytherea Mixon on a punt return. The Denver Broncos had gotten a 9-yard run play up the middle. It was 4th and 1. They elected to punt, mistake. Cytherea Mixon will return that punt 85 yards, spun into a crowd, spun out of the crowd, broke a tackle, went down the left sideline, his first punt return of his career at 12:05, making that highlight, and the Raiders lead at 37-7. Simmons would then score on a fumble by Chris Oladokin, who had scrambled and got out he would have had a first down had he slid or just, stepped out of bounds, but he didn't. And it was a 33-yard fumble recovery. Chris Boswell's kick was good at 7:02, and that made it 44-14. But the Raiders would score once again when Darryl Gray would catch a 10-yard pass from Chris Oladokin. That was at 2:36. Carlson's kick was good, and there's our halftime score right there. Raiders 51 and the Denver Broncos 14. Raiders looking for the season sweep, and they appear to be well on their way to it, having scored 23 points in the first quarter and 28-7, outscoring the Broncos in the second quarter. Coming up, more halftime. We got a chance to visit with the Raiders Spotlight Player of the Day, and it's Gerald Meeks. He'll talk about his play on the line this year. And we'll do that in a moment when the Raiders Madden Football Halftime Show continues in 60 seconds. Yeah, I think playing with these guys, every game we go into the trenches, during training camp. So we talk about what we want to do, and this year was no different. Our goal was to have 2,000-yard backs, and yeah, man, I think we did that. Jawan and I are really close. Um, we we've been doing this, since we've been here. Jawan has been around a long time, and he really helped me out, especially when I moved into the starting lineup. Um, he- it was it was a transition for me, and he was really helpful, especially, and so was Andre. He just took me under my wing, man, made me feel at home. John Simpson. We have a great line. Colton Miller, who was our leader and our line captain. And so, yeah, it's been a learning process. Yeah, a lot more detailed than when we were at Tennessee.
Number 3.
Our thanks to Gerald Mix speaking with us at halftime, and
The Raiders
looking good in the first half.
football
Raiders
here as the second half is now
51-14. Mixon
just outside the goal line. And the tackle going to be
trying to get outside, but
at
he's
the
caught
25-yard line.
at the 25.
Now comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. They'll start on the ground here.
Nixon breaks the tackle,
He's going to be dropped.
slashes his way for 7 yards.
To the 32.
Offensive linemen love creating space for your guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates
Carolina
extra
leading
yardage,
Atlanta in the
they almost
second
feel like
quarter,
he's winning them, and
21-14.
they really embrace him.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. And here's a handoff out of the gun.
Nixon breaks a tackle, cuts up the middle.
And they get him
Cuts
down
back
to about
inside,
14 across
gains
the
more
40-yard
running
line.
room.
133 yards rushing for him so far in this one as he nears 1,400 for the year.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
According to Coach O, you will see Josh Jacobs in the second half. But right now, Seth Nixon is
They'll
hot.
go to the ground attack. They'll get this up to
4 more
57
yards.
and brought down there.
That's
You
24
can see
carries.
what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Second down and 6.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. One back in the backfield. He'll get the
Oh,
carry.
he just was caught from behind by Martin.
Territory.
before he could break it to open field.
Make this a 3rd and about 2.
But really, that was no surprise there. They've been running it well all game. And I know goals change all the time, but any team will take that type of run each and every time.
Olajokin on 3rd down here. Shakes off the sack.
And he's sacked again. He can't get out of the pocket.
And
it's 4th and 9.
A loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
To me, the defense was a little gassed near the end of the first half, but they've come out of the locker room with a little extra spring in their step. Wonder what they did at halftime to get them so motivated.
I don't know, but that sack looked good. Now let's see if they can build on the momentum of that play.
All at the 44-yard line. And the Raiders will punt.
Here's A.J. Coldell as he's on to punt for Las Vegas.
So it's going to bounce at the 5 and trickle into the end zone.
And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. They'll come out throwing here.
Intercepted. Diablo.
For the 4th time today.
Touchdown, Raiders.
Top by Divine Diablo. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick 6.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. As confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
Divine Diablo, his 2nd interception of the game. This one a pick 6.
And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. We're going to have to play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown.
So KRE Sports Football Sunday, Raiders Madden Football. As you get a look at this sellout crowd at Allegiant Stadium. Divine Diablo, his 2nd interception, and pick 6 for 25 yards. Point after by Carlson. It is 58-14 Raiders.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback. And they'll begin at the 25. Set to take over, the Broncos offense trots back out. But we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. Or win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp on.
Empty backfield for Jalen Hurts.
But Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier.
Slides in front of Max Crosby
after
getting a 5.
This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare.
Crosby put it for the tackle.
Partner just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
That one deflected, knocked out of there.
Struggles continue here. Another throw there.
Trayvon Mullen on the coverage.
All of the interceptions, things just haven't been true form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. But we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance. The passing game is
running.
Off balance,
He's got the first down. And that was just all Jalen Hurts right there. More or less out of frustration.
And the results, they've been welcomed by his offense. My question is about the defense we're watching right now, partner.
Unprotected. He did not slide. He was determined not to slide on that third down play.
After that carry, they'll do a much better job going forward, spying on him on passing downs.
Now on first down.
That was intercepted again. Diablo. 30, 20. He's gone. Touchdown, Raiders.
Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping to hold a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap one.
Divine Diablo, back-to-back pick sixes.
Carlson now to have the extra point.
Yeah, I mean, it's been, you got to watch the replay. I don't know what Jalen Hurts is seeing. And that replay is being picked up after the fact right there. This one looks like he picked it up from like the 48-yard line. And there is nobody there. And there's a flag. Delay of game. I don't think the Raiders care at this point. With a 64-14 lead.
It backs the offense up a little bit.
Joe Burrow threw for 2 touchdowns, threw for 312 yards today in a 31-30 game win over Sam Darnold and the New York Giants.
Another attempt now from 5 yards from the
sheet out there. As advertised.
And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
The defense has shined here in silver and black. 10:54 to play in the third quarter. The Raiders 65, Denver 14. This is Raiders Madden football on KFAN. RD Sports.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And no thought to bring this one out. They'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Denver's offense now set to go. But it's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. The turnover on the last drive, they had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers.
Butler and Diablo on the stop. Williams up the middle.
Carry there, 2nd and 8. And just looking at the scoreboard and where we're at in the third quarter, I don't know that it's going to matter much at this point, CD, but these small runs on the ground, they're not going to get it done.
No, they're not. And right now, the guys stopping the run have been superior in this ball game, giving them no openings, no seams, and now they've got this game well in hand.
From the 27, Hurts.
Big
From the
catch.
right, caught by Dulcich.
Dulcich is down.
On the play, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
Jalen Bruce.
Sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point of attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary
Jump
target.
over the middle.
That's how he'll shred the
For
defense.
first down.
An effective 7-yard 3rd down conversion.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Well, they'll try to jet sweep here with this.
And that is read by Brown and dropped after a 4-yard gain.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there, all 11 guys on defense, diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
2nd and 6.
From the 41, Hurts. And he's going to have to hook up his son.
Nice catch by Corey
Around
Sutton.
the 47-yard line. A lot of ground left to make up.
That's the
Obviously,
first
a
down.
lopsided contest.
At
We're already in
the
third
47-yard
quarter.
line.
And they won't get it all back in one play or one drive. That's cliche, but it's true, Charles. If they can just maybe get plays like that and get a little momentum built, they can get the scoreboard a little closer.
And can you add some blinders to the cliche, meaning keep these guys from looking at the scoreboard, because that
Intercepted!
Goodness.
Trayvon Mullen Jr.
Picked by Trayvon Mullen. And the Raiders are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost like they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they said they believe in him. That's being tested right here.
Mullen with the
A good
interception along the sideline. The Raiders have the ball back.
1st and 10 at their 38. Oladokin on 1st and 10.
Oladokin is slammed in the backfield.
And he's brought down. Draymond Jones.
9-yard loss.
About 8 as he
Make
gets
it
in
an
there and
8-yard
drops
loss.
it.
Second and 18.
Third quarter here, they force a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their second win coming out of the locker room. You got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's second and 18. Oladoka to throw.
Incomplete.
Incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Oladoka.
It's intercepted.
Intercepted. And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football.
Couldn't get out of the game without one. He's got 25 interceptions on the year.
Interceptions really going to affect them much, but at least for this defense, something small to hang.
Not enough on it.
Yeah, and let's face it, they're not.
And Daryl Gray's not going to out-jump too many
They're trying
people.
their best to make a play, get themselves off the field, which they just did, and salvage a little bit of pride in this one.
Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struck.
You're going to watch that replay again. He had him covered. It was just great coverage. And watch him go up. Gray picks up the ball. They're equal. I mean, equally. They're equally there. They're both there. But Johnson makes a great play, goes up and gets it, out jumps. Look at the advantage he has right there on that play. And Chris Oladoka had been playing so well up until then, except for the fumble. So he has turned it over twice on the fumble
They've had issues
and
the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever
on an
been
interception.
played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover,
There's a big play on a play-action
they
fake.
certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Abram up there on the
First
stop.
down there, 12 yards on the
Right on
play.
the
There's a
tackle.
nice pickup
For
right
the
there. After watching that
Jr.
play,
and Abram on
I'm
the
thinking
stop.
about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far.
Already
in
at
this
the
game.
Raider
But right
35-yard
now,
line.
just focus
I
on continuing to
formation.
move the ball the way they
Set
did on the
backfield.
last play.
And great. Just went right to the tackle. Jamal Williams up the middle will lose three.
I see a shake of the head. as he
Knifing
looks up, and
through.
you gotta imagine he's thinking,
That
"Guys,
offensive
he
line
gotta
like
help
a
me
hot
out."
butter on
He's
knife
hoping his team can
to
read
make
his
that
thoughts,
tackle.
because he definitely needs some assistance.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. Second and 13 that they're
Second and
walking up
13
on.
now.
Here's Hurts to throw.
Hurts in trouble. They've got him. He's down for a sack.
Got him.
Maurice Fuller.
Gets there as he goes down for a loss of damage. They were trying to set up a screen there, but that one just too slow developing.
Yeah, too slow developing and well read, because that ends up being a bad feeling for the quarterback when he's got no blocking in front
Raiders
of him.
haven't blitzed
His guys
that
just
much
let the
tonight,
defenders
but
go,
they
and they're
blitzed
coming
the
for
safety
him.
there.
Something's not there. You just got to throw the ball on the turf and get
Maurice
back to
Fuller
speed.
with the tackle. That makes it third down and 20.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. He'll look to throw. Open man here is Conklin.
Caught by
He's going to
Conklin, but he is
at the
down
28-yard line.
before you can get to the first down mark.
Real estate to make up there, but what a big time play for him. Nice completion, excellent game.
Fourth down and
Now they're
4.
fourth and
That's
manageable.
field
A little
goal.
short, though, with that marker.
Brandon Stevens on the stop.
Now it's Chris Boswell off for the field goal try. And this will be a 45-yard attempt.
And the kick is good.
And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. So the defense able to force the interception, and the offense working their way to field goal range, able to get 3 out of it.
Yeah, and give them credit for that. They took the ball, maneuvered it downfield, and while they couldn't get exactly what they wanted,
The interception gives them 3 points.
3 points out of it. So
Basically what that interception did.
Both sides to be thrilled with that.
Up the middle, Nixon.
And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the field.
65-17 Raiders.
Much more important trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond.
Nixon spins, drives, just 8 yards.
But how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Almeida made the tackle for Denver. 6:13 to play in the first quarter, or in the third quarter, excuse me.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Second down and 2.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And
He'll open up the middle.
45 spot 44. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble. Isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Throwing on first down with Oladoku.
He's throwing deep. Incomplete. Gray almost made an over-the-shoulder circus catch. Man, when he puts that
Finally, good play on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they got their way with them.
Second and 10.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
That was a good time to try that on first down.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry.
There's 8 more yards
And into Denver
for Nixon.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
They've been running it well all game, and why not? The big guys up front, they're just having a ball creating monster holes for their guys to run through.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. And they'll keep leaning on the running game.
Off the left side again, behind Colton Miller. Another first down for the Raiders.
3rd and 2. This offense number 1 in the NFL in picking up first downs, and their run game got another one there.
A really good stat to lead the league in, isn't it? Because if you keep picking up first downs, sustaining drives, that means you're controlling the football, controlling the clock, and letting your defense rest on the sidelines.
Now Oladoku steps away.
And he's hit again.
This one is down he goes. Nick Bonito able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
It's a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste a step of performance from these ace pass rushers.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Another try after the first down sack. Oladoku. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable.
Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage.
Third and 18.
Now Olajokin, third and long.
It's in the air. Caught by War on a deflection.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two short.
What a lucky play by the Raiders. It went off the hands of Gerald Gray around the 30-yard line. The ball hung in the air, went 11 yards forward to Darren Waller, who was running free, just happened to be there. Wow. That's all I can say. Wow.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Renfro runs to the 7 after the catch. So give him another yard to the 6.
Big throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
2nd and 4, they can still get a first down without scoring. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Working out of the gun. Here's Olajokin.
He's sacked again at the 12. He ran right into Benito. And the Bluebirds are out. Now that's all on Olajokin. He's got to pick his spots a little better than that.
They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? Let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
Urban's spot kick is
and he missed it.
No good. It's wide right. A 28-yard field goal.
It's been a thoroughly dominating performance. And the football going back over to the Denver Broncos. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
Oh, they come right up the middle, and they just blast through and get hurt.
See what they can get here. At least they got points on the last drive.
The long nickel.
They didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive in with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Yeah, they need to work to at least get some of this yardage.
2nd and 19 after that 9-yard loss.
Throwing is Hurts.
With a barrel.
Quickly here, that's complete.
And Diablo slams him down at 15 yards. Land his 5th catch of the night of the day.
It's the toughest route to defend. I don't like any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, That makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
In trouble. Here comes Crosby. Fumble. And the Broncos recover the ball. O'Neal got on it.
For them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered because had the defense gotten it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
Yeah, and then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear.
Crosby credited
you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
Here's Michael Pilardi now.
Pilardi to
right
kick
on his
again.
5-yard line.
No kick away from Gray. No, he's going to get it at the 30.
Take it from just outside the 30.
And skip to the sideline to about the 42 yards. Return
13 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. Here's Las Vegas ready to
So the Raiders get it back.
And the way their last drive ended, boy, it was frustrating. They had a pretty good drive going. It was sustained, and then it stalled out, Charles, and they missed the field goal and got nothing out of it.
Is that insult to injury? Because they had such a sustained drive, as you noted. So for the head coach, it almost felt like a little bit of failure to send out the field goal unit and then not even see the ball go to the post. What a bummer on that last drive for them. Got to pick themselves up from that one.
And he's across the 40.
There's a little misdirection play to Mixon.
You've got to be impressed by the defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball. And look at that game.
Chris Oladokun's going to let that game clock, just run out. And we will go to the 4th quarter.
We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Raiders lead 65-17. We'll take a break. This is Raiders Madden Football on KRE Sports. Hey, fourth quarter coming up. Don't forget the post-game edition of the Tailgate Show with Chuck Parker, Jeff Sanders, and AJ McFadden. That's all coming up next here on KRE Sports and Raiders Madden Football Network.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this.
While they're taking a break, here's some quickie stats for you. The Raiders' total offense, 425 yards to the Broncos, 248. Raiders with 212 yards passing. Denver with 200 rushing. The Raiders 213 because of the hot Cytherea Mixon. 48 yards on the ground for Denver. First downs, Raiders 18, Denver 11. Total yards in the ball game, Raiders 680, Denver 255. Each team has turned the ball over. The Broncos have 6 turnovers. They're -4. The Raiders have turned it over twice. A fumble by Oladokun and an interception. Third down conversion, Raiders 411, 36%. Denver better, 41%, 5 of 12. Raiders have converted 1 fourth down conversion. And in the red zone, the Raiders have a 40% succession rate. Denver 0 for 3 in the red zone. Penalties, Raiders 3 for 15. Denver just 1 for 5. Time of possession, Raiders 28-34 and Denver 16-29. Some individual stats right now. Chris Oladokun, 16 of 24, 254 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 1 pick. Jalen Hurts, 17 of 38, 210 yards. He has 1 touchdown and 6 interceptions. And we mentioned that on the ground, the Raiders have been outstanding, and that's because of this young man right here, Cytherea Mixon. Seth Mixon, 32 carries, 172 yards, 2 touchdowns. Javonte Williams for Denver, 9 rushes, 13 yards. Jalen Hurts, 5 for 31. Chris Oladokun, 2 for 18, but he's been sacked 6 times today, and it's the most of the year for the Raider quarterback. Divine Diablo, 2 interceptions on defense, and he's got 1 pick 6. Let's get back to Allegiant Stadium.
The Broncos going dime. 2 extra defensive backs for third down.
Playing pass all the way.
They'll look to throw. He'll be brought down.
He's on a scramble, and he'd rather hold on than throw it away. I'm not blaming there. He loses one. That's a sack.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Here's A.J. Coldell as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today.
Ordonez is not going to be happy about the sack total. You already know.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. We get another look now at this Broncos offense. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They begin the drive with Williams.
The middle, and
he fights forward for a
Brown's
2-yard gain.
after 2 yards.
And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is, he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
They go play action with Hurts. They'll bite.
Fumble. And who forced it? Who else? Max Crosby.
Second time in this game, Charles, the ball is squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands? Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
So possession still theirs, but now they face a third down.
3rd and 21.
Hurts.
Here comes Crosby. He's got him again.
Got him again. Max Crosby in there for save number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
There's Michael Pilardi now. As the
85th career
so he's on the
sack by Max Crosby.
Let's take it inside his own 40.
Oh, nice spin by Milton.
Good return there, ball is 13 yards. And the Raiders will have a short field to work with as they take
His way outside to
Las
the
Vegas' offense back
Denver
out there
47-yard line.
And they just
What he
continue
put
to
on the
roll
show
right
today.
along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4.
Mixon stays in. Dockin under center. Mixon
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack.
gains 4.
It's a 6-yard
Second
gain on the
and
ground,
6.
and they'll make it 2nd and 4.
Brandon, I got to think this offensive
Take
line
it the other way
is
around. He
on
gained
its
6
faces.
second.
And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where the extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Yeah, they'll keep leaning
Mixon
on the
up the
run,
middle.
back to the ground.
Down the hash mark.
Taken
First down.
inside the 30. That one good for
191 yards for
Those
Severian
are
Mixon.
the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Dockin under center. Double tight ends in again. Make that 3 tight
Down,
end.
they'll go to the ground
Mixon
attack.
protecting the ball.
Work this forward.
Carrying it like a loaf of bread. He gets to the
Yeah, but this
26
is
yard
exactly
line.
the win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run. All right, it was kind of stacked up. Found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. One back in the backfield. He'll get the
Good knifing tackle there.
Met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Catch it looking
We're
3rd
talking
and
about
7.
defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Now Oladokin, 3rd and long. Steps away to his left. He's on the sideline, but he's not going to have a
He's
first
not.
down.
He's just hitting too late. A second too late.
So a big call there that brings
It'll be
up
4th and 7.
But at this juncture, CD,
At the 26-yard line.
back in the passing game. They've got the huge lead. Not them, though. They're still taking their shots.
I remember reading in past history, there was a college football coach in the Hall of Fame whose nickname was Close the Gates of Mercy. He wasn't really big on that. He was big on going ahead and scoring. He's got it reincarnated right here. We're watching it in front of us.
They're going for it. Here's Owen Yokin.
Incomplete. They read Darryl Gray that time. He was going for Darryl Gray.
And the Broncos will take over on downs. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that, saying, oh, wow. Talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know,
Monte giving Darryl Gray what's for.
But I got a chance to put some more points on the board. I don't care what the situation. I'm going to do it.
You've seen
and
them
they're also the
disagree.
same coaches as a general rule. If someone does it to them, you won't hear people protest out of them. That's just who they are.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts. And it's a short one here. Complete to the tight end.
Open field
Now
by
for a
Abram.
gain of 7. And that's going to bring up second down.
3.
Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle
10:20 to go.
and catch the ball.
Raiders 65-17.
Looking to throw again on second down.
Yes, incomplete.
Oh, he'll want that one back.
Jayon Brown.
Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down.
Third
That
down.
incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Bird sets up to throw it.
Here comes Crosby. Look out. He's running. And he's caught just at the first down marker. They just got him.
He got enough for the first.
He fills it just by a blade of grass.
There was a sign of improvement as he looks towards the next one. Nice bit of scrambling to move the sticks, and even more.
That's one of the few times they actually double teamed Max Crosby. So first down, Denver.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here.
That's incomplete pass. There's nobody in the middle.
Look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game. So
Monday night game, Baltimore hosting Pittsburgh.
Actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game. And that was a big talk, both in his
Sunday
town
night game
and
is
amongst his
Pittsburgh.
team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them, holding them under 200 today.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. This one swung out to Williams.
Williams,
And that'll be good
makes
for
the
8 yards to the 45. Looked like a
9:36.
pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. It's his guy on the flat.
And so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about, in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
From the gun, it's Hurts. And it's incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds.
But it's the same thing Darryl Gray did a moment ago. Couldn't
At
get
this
both
point,
feet in
you have
bounds.
to imagine this defense.
So the Raiders are going to get the ball
the
back.
field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Kicking away from Mixon, set it all the way to the right. Picks it up at the goal
He
line.
takes it in, doesn't let it bounce. He takes it at the 2.
Yeah, he's coming out.
A solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards.
14-yard
And it'll be Raiders football 1st and 10.
Kansas City
The
trying to win that
Vegas
8th game. They're up
offense ready for their
37-6
possession.
over Cleveland.
And this crowd has certainly liked what they've seen. Their guys fully expected to win this one coming in, and they have not disappointed as they've got the big lead here in the 4th.
The Tampa Bay is dangerous.
They'll start this drive out on the ground.
Nixon slashed
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. And they'll give him another shot.
Oh, that's a good play right there. That's good defense by Jones.
I've seen that much today. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they got it going today.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Here's Oladokin. Escaping the pressure right.
Complete to Renfro.
And that worked this well upfield across the 35. A big gain of 28 as the drive continues.
Well, this time Chris rolls out, gets himself, waits for Renfro to clear. He hit that one earlier in the game. He goes back to it here in the 4th quarter, and it's still there.
And partner, why would they? Because who knows the next time you'll be playing as well as you have today. When you're in that zone, you go and take full advantage of it. You don't worry about your opponent. You just worry about what you're doing.
First and 10, here's Oladokin. Flushed out right.
Adams
And that is caught
and forced out of bounds before he can touch dirt.
A little too far at 2nd down.
First catch by
the
Adams.
football here. Obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage to try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
Yeah, I guess you're right. If they
Here's
get some first
Jacobs
downs,
into the
just
game.
running the football. And he's got it across midfield and in the Denver territory.
And it'll be 3rd and 1.
It's not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
I see an extra defensive
working the
back
clock.
on the field. A little surprise here on 3rd and 1.
Mixon back in.
He's
got the first down.
Getting back to the ground. And he's going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage.
151 yards total rushing for the Raiders today. Total domination by the Silver
They
and Black.
haven't gotten it done. So now your coordinator, he's going to call every blitz that he has. Any type of exotic, something that they haven't seen before. And he's also telling the defensive lineman, don't worry about holding people up. Just get in gaps and try and make a big play.
And not only not getting off the field on 2 opportunities, clock continuing to run.
First and 10 at the Denver 41.
And they'll run.
Mixon breaks a tackle, still driving across the 35, inside the 35-yard line to the 30. They're going to mark him down, see his knee hit at the 35. That's a 2nd down and 4, gain of 6.
From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll go down.
Plus that between the guard and the tackle.
6 yards.
He's got a first
down. The carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles.
Ogunjobi made the tackle.
How about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front. Say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
And there's a penalty. Philadelphia will take that. Delay of game.
Well, you got to think, Charles, that one's on the quarterback, because everybody was up at the line of scrimmage. He just didn't call for the snap in time.
Yeah, I think he needs a little bit better awareness out there, because you got to know when the clock's in single digits and either snap it or get a timeout called if you have one.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. To throw Oladokun. Now they go screen. It's good.
Screen.
And he's going to get 7 out of this.
And Mixon
taken down at
brings it in.
27.
He's 2nd and 7. Make it 2nd and 8. Four minutes to play. 2nd down and 8.
They'll try to run some clock here as they keep it on the
drives inside the 20 to the 18. He's got a first down.
Here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this.
That's the second time he's been off today, I believe. .355 to go.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. And they'll give him another shot here on the
Nixon breaks a tackle, cuts inside, back to the right hash mark. And he's got 9 yards.
I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
It's 2nd and 8.
Play is called. They are handling their business in the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
So not quite a 1st and goal just yet as they come up now.
2nd and inches. Oladokun gets the snap, gets to Nixon, he drives, 1st and goal up to the 2-yard line. I'm going to mark you down at the 3.
1st and goal.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they turn to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Oladokun.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and
And
goal.
he's going to be sacked an 8th time.
He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky.
I just wondered before that last play if someone.
Oh, did he hand it up? Oh, no, he did hand it up.
Run over, run around,
So
run
he
it
took back to his right.
long. Can we come up with one stop right here? And on that play, they did.
Second and goal from the 5.
Back at the 5-yard line now.
And
2nd and goal.
may have just delayed the inevitable. I think Oladokun's going to let it run down to the 2-minute mark. Warning.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
2 minutes to go, and the mercy rule is not in effect. Raiders leading big, 65-17. This is Raiders Madden football on KRE Sports.
So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd and goal now as they look to add a few more points here on their total. The line of scrimmage once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal.
Well, they made the play there, and I'll guarantee you their coaches and the other players are screaming at them about their pride. Come on, guys. He's already gotten in 3 times. You can't give up a 4th one. And on that play, they were able to make the stop.
And you knew they were going to go to him to try to get that 4th.
And why wouldn't they? It's not just getting the 4th. He's the hot hand, so to speak, right? The hot feet in this situation. And he knows how to find the end zone. That time, he just didn't get there.
3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound. They'll try to run this one in, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. So how about the season, Charles, that he continues to put together? That's now 25 rushing touchdowns on the year. That's getting into some very rarefied territory.
Yeah, man, he went out there a little extra homework prior to this one in anticipation because that one moves him past John Riggins with 24. He draws even with Emmitt Smith at 25 in 1995. Next up, Priest Holmes and Sean Alexander with 27. And the guy on top, LT, LaDainian Tomlinson, the Hall of Famer, he had 28 in 2006.
Daniel Carlson for the point after.
Now this one was over a while ago as they just hand on to their big lead. That drive, a long one, spanning 15 plays. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run.
He ties Emmitt Smith with touchdowns in the season 25. Moves past John Riggins. who's at 24. What a great season for Cytherea Mixon. Two-time Heisman winner. Raiders crushing the
On as the Raider kickoff unit.
Broncos at this point.
This one away. And he'll just
big crowd still here at Allegiant Stadium enjoying it. Raiders have already clinched their playoff berth.
We certainly had a sense
another big win at home.
Guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on.
Despite their turnovers, they're up by 55 points.
On first down, Hurts.
Hurts over the middle.
Complete to his tight end. It'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. They'll drop to throw.
To the sideline. Blanton. And he's pushed out of bounds by Hobbs.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him. Why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship.
Third down and 2.
The ball, and they keep making the connection.
On 3rd and short.
If he throws over in the flat to his left, there's nobody there.
This has been a rough one to put it mildly for him, but after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Here's Michael Pilardi now.
Pilardi.
He's on to punt for Denver.
To kick for Denver.
50 yards of punt so far as this one's away.
At the 15.
Take it about
Spins.
the 16.
Spins again. Breaks a tackle across the 35-yard line. Boy, does he make it exciting.
14 yards.
14 yards return.
Now 1st and 10. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field.
Now 40.
See, I mean, they have
We have a 43 yards.
It's been score after score
Make it
after
43
score.
seconds
And a lot
rather
of
than
times
go
we use the term blowout
in
for
the
a
ball
one-sided ball game. And this has kind of gone past that. I think we're in historic territory right now.
You nailed it. Historic territory. Perfect phrase for what we are watching. If this were a movie, what kind of rating would we put on it? Who would you allow to watch what we're watching right now? Let's hope this one gets over fast, because this game, well decided a long time ago.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Both teams have all 3 timeouts. The Raiders are in kneel-down formation.
And L&D take a knee.
I don't think Denver's going to stop the clock. The Raiders will have to take a knee one more time to let it run out, because the play clock's 1 second ahead of the game clock. And Olodokun takes a knee around the 10-second mark, and the clock will run out. And the Raiders will win this ball game in big fashion.
Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago. And you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense. And they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
So for Las Vegas, they move ever closer to the perfect regular season as they run things to 14-0. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the New Orleans Saints. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, they drop their 10th game now to fall to 4-10. And they'll be at home for one next week as the Atlanta Falcons come to town. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gunn. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
The highlights, and there are plenty, coming up next. And then the locker room report and the Raiders Madden tailgate show with Chuck Parker, AJ McFadden, and Jeff Sanders. The Raiders postgame show is next. on most of these Raiders Madden football stations. This is KRE Sports.
I just came back for the win.
Here's a quick look at the Week 15 Madden scoreboard. The Jets went into Houston. Texans took care of business, 31-14. Buffalo Bills playing, and their game started already. That game ended early. They played earlier because of the cold. The two gamers had to play early. That final score: Buffalo 38, Indy 34. Carolina Panthers on the road defeated the Atlanta Falcons 35-28. It was the New Orleans Saints over the Chargers. The Saints play the Raiders. We play them next week. That will be a pretty good game with Derek Carr against his old team. Saints win it 27-24. Here, the Raiders win it over the Broncos. A big time win, 72-17. Cetharian Mixon put on a show, along with defensive star Divine Diablo and Jayon Brown. Chiefs in the Browns. Chiefs win it in Cleveland 37-13. In LA, the Rams squeaked out a 24-21 win over the Seattle Seahawks. In Jacksonville, it was the Jaguars winning the ball game by a score of 28-14. The Minnesota Vikings lost at home to the Chicago Bears 27-21. The New England Patriots on the road went to Nashville, beat the Titans 31-28. The Cowboys lost at home. The Commanders are for real. Keep telling y'all, 34-28, the final score. In Detroit, the Lions defeated the San Francisco 49ers 35-14. In Green Bay, the Packers lost at home to Tampa Bay. They're for real. 42-14. Tampa Bay's real with Jacoby Brissett. Cincinnati, a road win at the Meadowlands against the Giants, 31-30. And the Dolphins at home beat the Arizona Cardinals 24-14. Big win here in Las Vegas as the Raiders take care of business against the Denver Broncos. In that ball game, the Raiders had some pretty interesting stats. passing, the Raiders, Oladokin, 289 yards passing in this ball game. He completed 18 of 29 passes today for 289 yards. He had 2 touchdowns and 1 interception. Rushing the ball, Cytherea Mixon today, 48 carries, 200, just like he was back at Tennessee. 48 carries, 248 yards, 3 touchdowns, sets a record passing John Riggins and tying Emmitt Smith for total of 25 touchdowns on the year. Jalen Hurts carried the ball 6 times for 35 yards. Josh Jacobs took a week off. You'll see him back in action for sure against the Saints next week. Chris Oladokin, 4 rushes for 16 yards. He was sacked 7 times in this ballgame. He fumbled once and turned it over another time when he threw that interception. Receiving today for the Raiders, Devontae Adams went over 1,000 yards, 3 catches for 125 yards and a touchdown. Tyler Conklin matched him on the other side, the big tight end, 7 catches for Denver, 119 yards. He was their star of the game. He had 1 score. Hunter Renfrow, 6 receptions today for the Raiders, 62 yards. Darrell Gray, 6 for 52 and a score. So Darrell Gray gets in the scoring column here this afternoon. On the defensive side of the ball, the Raiders were outstanding. Sacks in the ball game. First of all, for Denver, 3 sacks for Max Crosby for the Raiders. But Nick Bonito had 3.5 sacks for Denver, 2 sacks for Bilal Nichols of the Raiders, 1.5 for Draymond Jones for Denver. AJ Espinosa had 1. Kamoko Toure had 1. Mo Bullock had 1 for the Raiders, and Chandler Jones had 1 for the Raiders. So big time game sack-wise today at Allegiant Stadium. Interceptions. Divine Diablo was the star. Listen, this guy, 2 solo tackles, 5 assists, 7 tackles, 1 tackle for loss, 3 interceptions, including 1 for a touchdown that went 8. That Jayon Brown, this is the one, Jayon Brown, 3 solo tackles, 7 assists, 10 on the game, 1 interception that went 85 yards for a score. Unbelievable. And then Trayvon Mullen Jr. had 2 touchdowns, 2 interception yards today. He had 1 interception that got him 2 yards. Jayon Brown, outstanding today. Divine Diablo, though, 3 interceptions on the day. That is magnificent for that Raider defense once again. And it's going to be a good celebratory night in Vegas, baby. Only in Vegas. Next week on the calendar, the team schedule looks this way. For a week from now, the Raiders will be on the road against the New Orleans Saints. The Raiders will be playing the Saints at 4:15 Eastern, so that's 1:15 Pacific time next week. Raiders and the Saints get to see our old friend Derek Carr and company, and that Saints team pretty tough at home. Raiders return to Allegiant Stadium week 17 when they host the Browns, and then they close out the season week 18 and in LA at the Chargers at SoFi Stadium. Raiders winner today, big time, 72-17. The guys are standing by with Locker Room Report and the Tailgate Show coming up next. We hope you've enjoyed today's broadcast. Raiders Madden Football, exclusively produced by KR Entertainment Sports. We bid you a pleasant, good Sunday evening to you, wherever you may be. Enjoy it. Don't forget, hit that like button, subscribe, share, and we'll see you next week against the Saints. Stay tuned for the Tailgate Show with Chuck Parker, AJ McFadden, and Jeff Sanders. Final score once again, Raiders 72, the Broncos 17.